Listen, I was in the store and they have something there. It was something on the shelf. I think it was in a container store or something. And they had this thermometer thing that you use to cook meat. I started to buy it so I could keep it around in my shirt pocket. Because I'm down here in this heat in Texas and I feel like I'm slow roasting. Don't you go anywhere. I'll be back. Hello, I'm Ed Montgomery, aka Dr. Ed. Thank you for joining us. I am the founder and director of Abundant Life Cathedral Incorporation and Abundant Life Center, which of course are the parents of Vintage Wisdom, and they are 501c3 corporations, so always understand that your contributions and everything that you do are tax deductible. Also, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of our week and things that we're talking about, because it makes a difference. So before you do anything, remember, I want to know where you are. I don't trust the algorithms. I hope they're not listening to me at the Facebook and the YouTube people. But I don't trust the algorithms, but I trust you. So if you're not in the city of Houston, and I'm not talking about where you're living. I know many of you show where you're living from, but where you're watching from. So if you're not watching from Houston, type in, tell me what city you're watching from in the comments. If you're not watching from the state of Texas, tell me what state you're watching from. If you're watching outside of the United States of America, then tell me what state or what country you're watching from. That is so important. I love to know whether you're California, New York, Florida, I don't know. If you're in Florida, tell me. Florida might be doing some crazy thing, but I still love you. That does not change. After all, I mean, what can I say? I'm in Texas. So let me know. And then share this with a friend, a good friend, because don't just share it with anybody. Everybody can't handle what you can handle. This is a different kind of teaching here. You don't get this everywhere. So share with a good friend so y'all can talk about what I'm going to talk about, and then hit that like button. Hit like. You know, that tells me that you're here. I don't see it till later, but I will see it. So make sure you do it, okay? All right. Look. This comes out of something I've been hearing a lot about. As a matter of fact, I'm even thinking about breaking this down even more. If you think it's a good kind of subject. And this subject is about what we believe. And I heard somebody make the statement that Jesus did not really ask us to believe in him. But see, understand now, when I say believe in him, I'm not talking about the definition of belief was different 2,000 years ago than it is right now. The word belief now means to accept something mentally in your mind, a thought in your mind. So to believe in Jesus, you're saying, imagine these thoughts and these words. I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. Then you take those words and put them in a bubble. Imagine, like you used to blow bubbles. Put them in a bubble. And then you say, I believe in Jesus, and then put that in a bubble in the middle of your mind. That's belief today. But that's not the real definition of belief. Okay? So now, I'm going to get into it with you. Come on in a little closer. Have a seat. Because I am about to pour you some new fresh wine on vintage wisdom. You're going to enjoy this. You're going to enjoy this. The real definition of belief, and tell me what you think about this. Jesus asked, it comes from a Greek word, pistis or pisteo. It's Greek. That's what they talked back then. Jesus spoke in Aramaic, but they also spoke Greek. Jesus also spoke Greek. If he was a carpenter back then, he had to speak Greek to talk to his customers. That was the language then. They spoke Greek. The Romans spoke Latin. But they all spoke basically those two languages. And so when they were translating the Bible, when they were writing it down, it translated to Greek. It translated to Greek. Jesus didn't write the Bible. Jesus was not sitting down with a pen, writing down, now hear what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, blessed are they. I'm going to say, you know, ye are the light of the world. And then he wouldn't have said ye anyway. All remember now, that's King James Version. That's Old English. He would have said, you are the light of the world. So anyway, but Jesus didn't write it with his hands, nor was his disciples said, these were fishermen. Jesus was not writing this himself. But people came 20, 30, 40, 50, some 80 years later, began to ask people, what did he say? What did he say? They interviewed a lot of people, a lot of children, people who saw it themselves or heard it themselves. And they also, the children of those who heard Jesus, also the grandchildren of those who heard Jesus. So they compiled all this information like a research book. We do it all the time. Reread books about Dr. Martin Luther King that was back in the 60s. Anyway, they had this information. And so it began with the Greek word pisteo. As they translated it to Latin, it moved into a word called credo. And then from credo, it moved into the German believe it, or where we get the word belief or beloved. The word did not become, I believe in Jesus, in a bubble in the middle of your mind until around, check this out, around the 1800s. Before then, the word belief meant to be bound to someone, to follow someone, to engage with someone, to connect with someone. Here in America, you get on a school bus and you got your books on your backpack. And you get on the school bus and you get off the bus and you go into the school and into the classroom, sit in the class, open up your books, and then you get a tutor or a teacher. And then you begin to follow the teacher's train of thought. Then the bell rings, you leave out, go to the next class. Now you got a new teacher. You now are following that new teacher's train of thought, whether it's in English, whether it's in mathematics, which is why parents, you better know what they are teaching your child. Now, I'm not getting off into that, kind of thing. Well, I don't want my child taught about critical race theory. Nobody's teaching your children about critical race theory. That's up in college. Well, I don't want my child to feel bad because they're being taught about enslaved people. Well, what about people or the children of color whose history is just glossed over? What happened concerning enslavement and all those things back then, that's not, we call it black history. That's not black history. That's American history. We had to call it black history so that you would understand what it is. That's American history. And if you take it out, then you're glossing over someone's history. And the only thing you're able to teach what they talked about in Florida is European history. So that means you got a purpose. You're teaching a lesson about Jesus that is based on what someone in Europe thinks about Jesus, as if Jesus or Christianity did not make it even into Africa or South America or Central America. Come on. So we understand this word belief means to follow. In Jesus' time, this is why he had disciples. Disciples, or learners under discipline. So when they would ask him, "Who are you?" he would say, "Follow me." Because as he walked, he taught. As he went from city to city, he instructed them step by step, inch by inch. Anything's a cinch. Jesus would walk with them and teach them lessons about walking. Jesus, see, you'll never find in those gospels, three gospels, the fourth gospel is John, that's more of the mystical version of the gospels, but the first three gospels is called the synoptic gospels, ones that were seen in three different ways, like ABC, CBS, and NBC. They have three different views of the same story. Same story, that's why they're all different. And you would never see Jesus teach them how to heal. Jesus did not teach them how to cast out demons. You won't find it there. Jesus did not teach them how to do a miracle. Jesus did not teach them any of those things. But yet they came back to him one time. And after Jesus had sent them out, he sent them out two by two. And then they came back and they said, "Lord, Master, guess what?" And he said, "What?" "We cast out a demon." "Oh, really?" "We healed the sick. They got well." Jesus says, "Cool." And the kingdom of God, we preached and they listened to us as if we had something to say. Jesus said, "Whoa." He said, "But don't worry about any of that stuff." He said, "Just make sure that your name remains written in the book of life, in the Lamb's book of life," which is a whole nother story together right there. Jesus said, just remember, your job is to make sure you keep your name in the Lamb's book of life, which means the name was already written before the foundation of the world, which means God don't write your name in heaven when you get saved. It's already written up there, which is a whole new different teaching altogether. But that's not my point. Here's my point. And this is what Jesus is talking about. You don't hear anything about those guys learning in the Jesus school how to do those things. Why? Where are the instructions? Where are the instructions? I'm going to tell you how it came about. I'm going to tell you how they were able to do those things. So hold on a minute. Make sure, if you haven't hit that like button, I know I got some new people just came in. Make sure you hit that like button. We need those algorithms. You have to, hitting that like button forces those algorithms. So, and it lets me know how many viewers. The YouTubes and all these people, they look at this. So make sure you hit it. I would show enough appreciate. I was trying to stay away from enough, but I'd show enough appreciate if you would do it. And not only that, I want to say, before I tell you this little secret, I'm going to tell you about how they learned. I want to tell you how grateful I am for you being here each week. Whether you catch this live or whether you catch this, some of you watch it late in the evening before you go to bed. It's a lesson for you. Some of this is a lesson for you in the mornings, or you catch it while you're at work or wherever. You're not supposed to be watching it, but you do. And so I appreciate you, how you sit this little dialogue wine with me, because let me tell you something. This kind of spiritual wine gives you a buzz, baby. It will give you a buzz. So I appreciate you, what you're doing. And I want to say thank you for all of your support. Thank you for your giving. And I don't know what the date today is. I know we're in that 8th month. Yeah, we might be heading into September, but between that 8th and that 9th month. But still, regardless of where we are, you got text to give, a number right there on your screen. You can text that number 713-742-2035. You can get on your phone right now, unless you're watching by your phone, but you can text on that phone and do it wherever you are watching from. And that is 713-742-2035. And then in that text box, you can text whatever amount of money you want to give. It might be $4, might be $2, might be $8, it might be the days of the month, August is 8th, or it might be $9 if you're watching this in September. You might want to make it I don't know, 22. That equals 4, or 44, which equals 8. Whatever that $8 and $9, whatever it is, just whatever it is. Thank you for doing it in advance, and I really appreciate it. And it's gonna help us continue to go on. Okay. Now, let me tell you this. Here's how we learn from Jesus. It's not about going to Jesus College for 4 years. It's not about going to Bible theological school or the seminary, where you are, the base word for seminary is semen, where you are inseminated. That's what it means. We learn by following. Oh my goodness gracious alive. This gonna come up. This coming up. You learn by following Jesus. Following him. We gon' follow. And when you follow him, you watch him do what he does. And when you learn to see what he's doing, hear how he's doing it. That's why Jesus said, I do what I see my Father do. I hear how I hear my Father say. You learn as you walk with someone long enough, you learn this stuff. And then you do what you experience seeing the other one do. It's I want to say something to you about the power of the follow. How you can literally get to this next spiritual level of your life. Yeah. Wait till I start teaching this thing next week. You. Hey, this is Dr. Ed. We've been on this journey for over 40 years. Some have been there with us for almost 40. Some have just started this journey with us. But what we've been able to do is help people to find joy, peace, enlightenment. They have grown tremendously, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and it's all because of your contributions, your help, our journey on this road. Take a moment, make a contribution at myalc.org. That's myalc.org. That's our website. That's our main place where you're even able to watch our show on Sunday mornings. Not only that, but you can also give through our app. And you can download that app from Google Play, or you can download it from the App Store by just typing in Abundant Life Center, or you can type in Ed Montgomery and the Abundant Life Center app will pop up and you can download it. It only takes a few moments, and you can have that way. You can carry it with you on your phone and your iPads and all those kind of good things. Not only that, but you can also do text to give. That's very popular because people are able to give if they forget to be on their website or their app. They can just give right on the spot, real fast, real quick. Sometimes they do text to give even when we're inside of a church service. And you can do that by texting to 713-742-2035. That's 713-742-2035. Or you could give through our P.O. Box. Safe, sound, secure. You can give, you can make sure you put a stamp on the envelope, but you can, write us a little note, drop me a little note, whatever you want to do, and mail it. There are some folks that's just, hey, I'm just going to mail this. And you can mail your contribution, and that's to the Abundant Life Center, P.O. Box 772-300, Houston, Texas, 77215. I'm going to say it again. That's that old radio thing. You got to say it twice. Abundant Life Center, P.O. Box 772-300, Houston, Texas, 77215. Continue on this journey with us. And if you're new for the first time, start this journey with us. I promise you, not only will it change your life, but you'll change the life of so many around you. And that'll make you feel real good inside. Thanks. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button. Smash it, crash it. Let us know you're there.